The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm the brother Malak Tamayim Yahweh, coming back at you with another lesson in truth, in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. These Edomites, man, they really believe that, they're gonna rule forever. As the scripture have said, they think they're gonna rule for many generations. All right. It says they give their lands to their children. All right. Where's that at? Slovakia. Yeah, here it is. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and that their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. That's right. This devil is always trying to find a clean way out. It talks about that in Isaiah, the 47th chapter. In the 7th verse. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. That's right. This is the rejoicing city that dwells carelessly. All right. Let me go grab that. Zephaniah 2:15. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there is none else beside me. How has she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in? Everyone that passeth by her shall hiss and wag his hand. That's right. So this is that place, America. This is that rejoicing city that dwells carelessly. All right. Remember, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. That's why I was touching on their pride has deceived them. All right. Isaiah 47:8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given the pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. That's right. So they're pretty much saying no destruction is going to come upon them. All right. They full speed ahead in their pride. All right. The scripture says that he's confident in a all right. They consult themselves and All right. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right. Because they think that they're going to get away with that shit. And I was just touching on that in the book of Micah 2:1. Woe be unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds and practice it. All right. Because it is in the power of their hands. These devils do all types of wickedness. All right. And just because they're in power, they think they're never going to fall. Psalm 64:5. They encourage themselves in evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. What is a snare? It's a trap. Like this economic system. This debt-based economy is a trap. It's a snare. That's why it talks about in the book of Psalms, I believe it. It says, be not weary of his dainties, for they're deceitful meat, man. All right, what are the dainties? All of the nice stuff that Babylon has to offer. Remember, is that Babylon have had a golden cup. You know, it was full of all of those riches. All right. Psalm 64:6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of the heart is deep, right? So all they do is, all they do is meditate upon wicked counsel. All right. So let's go grab, because the Lord said that his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. This Job chapter 18. I'll start at verse 11. It says, terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Right. All right, because right now, they're in rulership, so they're sitting. All right, thinking that everything is going to go as it always went according to plan. But it's not. That's why you hear things in the news about 600 servicemen dying in Iran. Because that power is waning in the earth. It says, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. That's right, and we talked about that. All right, all of that pride, you know, thinking that everything's going to go his way. All right. It said his confidence is going to be rooted out of his tabernacle. All right. So, their pride has deceived them. Because that's one thing about these devils. They got a lot of pride on them, man. I was here walking on the block. I seen one of these devils running into running into a car. I'm like, yo, you hitting the car? He's like, oh, I own that car too. It's my car. You know? And they think it's because of them. All right? When you go into it, in Psalm 75, it says, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh not from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another. For in the cup of the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of the mixture, and he poureth out the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. That's right. So in other words, it's your turn to drink of the cup. All right, and not long from now, we're going to see a complete precipitous decline, or continuing of a precipitous decline. All right. With that being said, all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.